Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. What's up? What's up? What's up? This is Jen Sugarmeyer, your host of Mindset in the Morning. And we are here live 5 days a week, 6 a.m. Central Standard Time, talking all things mindset. And the reason we do that is because the mind is the most powerful thing that you have. We should be exercising our mind every single day. And yet many of us don't. And when life happens, we just react and we find ourselves in these states of what I call suffering. That's fear, frustration, anger, resentment, anxiety, loneliness, like we're going to be talking about today. And it doesn't feel good to be in these states of being. And in fact, they're not our most powerful states either. Our most powerful states are when we have clarity and when we're at peace and we have happiness. It's like that 1 week of vacation we take a year and we go out to the lake and we're like, that was so nice. And the truth is that it's nice to have that 1 week. But if we learn the power of our mind and if we learn how to navigate our daily lives and use the tools in between the 6 inches between our ears, life takes a totally different look and feel, 100%. So that's why we talk about it in the morning, because a lot of people, we get up in the morning and we work out, which by the way, I am back in the gym. My gym has been down for the count. So finally got back in the gym. I am so sore today. Like I can barely move, but I could, reject these feelings or really embrace them. And it's all in how you choose to look at them. And for me, I'm choosing to embrace all of this soreness because it means that my body is doing good things. It really hurts though. I was doing boxing stuff, so I have it like all down my back. Yeah, it's that kind of pain. But a lot of people, they wake up in the morning and they work out, or maybe it's in the middle of the day or in the evening. And, we're a lot better about exercising those muscles. But what are you doing for your mind every single day? And I would argue that getting your mind straight first thing in the morning, setting our intentions, really wrapping our mind around the person that we want to become, that's one of the most important things that you can be doing, in addition to filling your spiritual cup and your physical movement and these things that we need. I mean, mind, body, soul. It really is mind, body, soul. That is the Trinity. And we're good on the body and maybe even the mind, or maybe even the soul. But what are you doing for your mind? So that's what Mindset in the Morning is all about. So if you see me working out my kinks, it's because I got plenty of them all over, but it feels really good because I know that there's going to be progress. So let's talk about loneliness. Yesterday, we started a topic of the 10 fears that hold people back. And on this list is loneliness. Yeah. I think was it the Beatles that says one is the loneliest number? And yeah, I get it. I'm single. I was married. I am single. And, there are the moments where you think, gosh, it's just me. And sometimes we get into this pattern, and whether it's because of friends in our life or lack thereof, or wanting to have a partner, or, whatever that may be, but there's this feeling that we're lonely. And we know, as Tony Robbins said so eloquently, where our thoughts go, our energy flows. So if we get so fixated on whatever it is, if you're jealous, which is also actually one of the 10 fears that keeps us from moving forward in our life, but whether that's jealousy or loneliness or anger or fear or any of those states of suffering, if we put our mind there, that's where our energy flows. Think about a time, I think anger is a really easy one to identify with. Think about maybe a time that someone really pissed you off, maybe at work or at home, one of your friends. It could just be that Yahoo that cut you off while you were driving. I don't know. But think about that time that you were mad. And it continued to perpetuate every time you thought about it. Oh, I can't believe that person cheated on me. Or I can't believe that whatever the situation is, and you keep going back to that situation. It's kind of like that business partner that I had for a couple months this year. And yeah, and when we split, she continued to go after me and defame me on social media and dislike all my posts. And I think she still might do that. And it was like really irritating to me. And every time I thought about it, I just get really angry, because where your thoughts go, your energy flows. So when we think about loneliness, we're coming from a state of lack. I have something missing in my life. And this is the power of the mind, is that we can take lack and we can change it. It's all about how we look at the situation. So what if, instead of saying, okay, I'm lacking something, what if you started to look at your life as, I'm enough. What I have right now is enough. It's a completely different perspective. Yeah, Jen, but I still don't have anybody in my life and I want that person. Because where your thoughts go, your energy flows. You have to change the dialogue within yourself. And so for me, some of my dialogue looks like, yeah, I'm very comfortable with, I'm happy with the fact that I don't have to report in. I don't have to tell anybody where I'm going. I don't have to say what time I'm going to be home for dinner. I don't have to wake up at a certain time. I don't have any rules. That's what that boils down to. I have no rules. My life is just right. No rules, just right. What slogan is that? No rules, just right. It's one of them. Anyways, that's my life. That's my life. But when I do get into a relationship, then that dialogue is going to change. I can't stay with oh, I just want my freedom, because that's what I have right now is freedom. And I'm happy about my freedom. I'm free to do anything that I want. But if I'm in a relationship, then I am choosing to have that relationship. And I can't say, oh, I want my freedom. I just want no rules, just right. I just want to come home at dinner anytime that I want to. I want to wake up anytime I want to. I want to go to bed anytime I want to. I don't want to report in. Like, it's there's a little bit of maybe a balance in between those that you got to have. But if I'm in a relationship, then my dialogue needs to change. How I look at that situation is going to be different than if I'm single. But if I'm single, I can't want and pine after or say that I'm lacking these things, because what is that going to do to me? It's going to put me in a state of suffering. If you told yourself, what I have is enough, then you're not coming from this place of lack. I want. And what happens when we want? I've seen this with my girlfriends over and over and over. I've probably done it myself too. I just want to be in a relationship so badly. And then you find yourself in one, and it's like anything that comes along, because you're so wanting to be in a relationship, and one person gives you a little bit of attention, and then you're like, that's my relationship, but it's like total crap. Yeah, that's not where you want to be. What if you told yourself that right as you are enough, that you have a full cup, and you got to work on it. Like, it's one thing to just say it, but you actually, and there are things that we'll talk about here on how you can feel like you have a full cup, that you're coming from a place of abundance, right? Because it's one thing to say it, but you got to believe it too. We'll talk about that. But if you come from a place of abundance and you know what your standards are, and this is the type of person that you want to meet, then you don't just take anything that comes along that like gives you attention for 30 seconds. It's totally different. You're like, yeah, you know what? You actually don't fit my criteria, because I have a lot of self-value and self-worth. And no, you're not it. And you're more selective when you feel that you are full, when you feel whole and complete. It's not acting out of desperation. Oh, I needed somebody to come along. So thank goodness you came along. Yeah, you kind of suck, but it's fine. We're together. That's not where you want to be. It's not. I would rather be single and happy than in a relationship and miserable. So I would just rather be where I am and happy than with somebody and miserable. That's just how it comes down. And I am genuinely happy. I don't come from a place of lack where now, if you ask me, would it be nice to be in a relationship? Sure. And I welcome that opportunity. I don't shun that opportunity, but I don't focus on it. I don't focus my attention on, going out and finding someone, which is, maybe I need to actually put some time and attention into it. Maybe things would be different. I don't know. But I don't tell myself every day that my life would be better if somebody was with me. I am happy with where I'm at because I live in, okay, this is where we start to fill our cup. I look for what I do have. I look for those good things. We mentioned a few of them. My freedom. I'm happy about that. I can do anything I want. Those are benefits. Those are the benefits of being single. If I want to take a trip, I take a trip. If I want to cancel my plans, I cancel my plans. If I want to go to a concert, I go to a concert. Literally, I have control over everything. Now, is it nicer to travel sometimes with people? Yeah. Do I travel less now because I'm not in a relationship? Yeah, probably. I don't know. Okay, big trips. I'll say maybe internationally. I probably travel less internationally because I'm not in a relationship. Domestically, yeah, I'm all over the place. But internationally, probably a little bit less. But that's okay. It's something to look forward to if and when I do get into a relationship. So I'm not focused just on this idea of I have to be traveling with somebody. I have to be doing these things. I'm okay with doing them by myself. And I also choose to look at gratitude everywhere in my life. I am so grateful. Even this pain that I have in my back, I think I started out this way, that I choose to look at this pain as saying, wow, that's a sign that my body is growing, that it is doing what it needs to. I've become way too stagnant over these last 2 months. I was dealing with some health issues, which I'm on the other side of that. And I haven't been able to walk much. And I've just really pumped the brakes because of some of these things I was going through. And my body changes, and sometimes it's hard for us to see those changes, but I have to say, okay, I acknowledge what's happening. And I know that when I get my strength back, I will get back into the gym. And so that's where I am. I'm grateful that I took that pause, that my body was able to heal itself and repair itself. And hopefully I'm out of the woods. And then now let's get back into the gym. So these pains are good pains. And you can look at anything in your life this way, looking at your loneliness, at the fact that somebody's not there. You can find the things in your life that you are grateful for and substitute that for this feeling of lack that you have. And again, it's not to say that you can't want to be in a relationship. When you tell yourself you're lonely, it's like being jealous. I'm jealous. I want what you have. And you're coming from a lack mindset versus an abundance mindset. And so you're going to make different choices. That's when anybody comes along, I'm going to date them versus, I don't know, I have high standards and I'd rather be alone than lower my standards. And not that the first person that comes along is going to be less standards, but that's the type of mindset that you're coming from. I'll take anything versus I'm a lot more selective. So find the benefits in your situation. Find the gratitude in everything that you're doing. Learn to accept where you are, because you want your energy to go into you, because it's a you situation right now. So where your thoughts go, your energy flows. So make sure that the thoughts that you're putting into yourself are positive. You are worth it. You are loved. You are amazing. You are beautiful. You are powerful. You don't need anybody else in your life to be able to define these things about you. You own these things, whether somebody is there or not. The only thing when somebody else comes into your life, you are in a relationship. That's it. But you are still these incredible, beautiful things. And those beautiful things are what somebody's going to attract. And you need to believe those things. If you don't believe that you're worth it, does somebody want to come in and date somebody that has no self-worth, that has no value, that doesn't believe that they're beautiful? What if they come in and say, wow, you're so beautiful? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. And that happens. It happens very often, especially for women. It's so hard for us sometimes to see our own beauty. What if we practice saying thank you instead of fighting it? Let me just say thank you. It doesn't, when you're trying to give somebody a compliment and they're just rejecting it all the time, just let it land. Let it land with you. So find your value, find your self-worth, and that's what you're going to be attracting. All right, some other few tangible things. We've got a couple minutes left. So what are some other things you can do when you're lonely? Okay, first of all, if you don't have a fur friend, I would, highly recommend one. My fur baby, her name is Booger. She is amazing. Let me see if I find her picture. She's amazing, and she's the love of my life. And she has changed so many things. Boogs, will you come here? I don't know if she'll come over. She's sitting right over there. She's changed everything about my life. And so when I come home, she comes running to the door sometimes. I don't know. She's been getting lazy recently. And I'm like, what? No love, no hugs. But I get kisses every morning and we've got our little routine. So if you don't have a fur baby, I would highly recommend you looking at, a little dog, a cat, a big dog, whatever does it for you. Here she is. There's my little fur baby. Is she cute? It's my little video. So think about getting a little fur friend if you don't already have one. Secondly, find some volunteer work. When we are helping people, when we can do good in this world, whatever capacity it is, maybe you like working with kids, maybe you like working with the elderly, maybe you like working with the animals. I don't know. There's so many ways to give back. Find a soup kitchen, find a program in your local community where they're doing some kind of outreach. Get involved with that. It's going to change. Not only will you have something to do, you'll probably be around people or animals, but you'll also feel really good about it. You'll feel good about giving something back. And that's where your thoughts will be. Your thoughts will be on doing good versus this lack that maybe you're feeling in your life. So find some volunteer opportunity, find yourself a fur baby, go online and you can find groups. I met a lot of my friends here in Dallas initially through meetup.com. That's meetup, MEETUP, meetup.com. And I found groups. I found this Dallas Young Professionals group. And that's what I ended up doing for a duration of time until I found some people. And then I got my network going. So there are tons of things that you can find out online. Even I just go out sometimes by myself, just go have dinner, go do whatever. I don't have this expectation of who's going to talk to me, who's going to talk to me. First of all, if I need to talk to somebody, just try talking to them. Okay, maybe if they're busy talking to somebody else or they don't want to talk, then so what? Just move on. Don't get emotional about it. Just move on. Maybe they're busy. Maybe they actually like their alone time. Maybe you can learn from that person who's sitting there by the bar by themselves and just wants to be alone. Some people legitimately just want to be alone. But if you tell yourself that you are lacking, that you need to have that other person, then you are coming from a totally different position. It's this desperation versus, nope, I have a full cup. I know I'm full of gratitude. I'm full of happiness. I know my self-worth. I know that I'm worth it. I know that my freedom is so valuable. Not everybody has freedom. And so I'm going to enjoy it. So that is a completely different dialogue than I'm so lonely. So this is Jen Sugarmeyer with Mindset in the Morning. And I would so appreciate if you would subscribe. We are trying to blow this show up so that it reaches other people. And I don't make the algorithm, I just follow the rules. And we are growing and it's exciting. So if you could hit that subscribe button so that we can hit other people so that they can have these amazing mindset, muscle challenges in the morning. It's like muscle maintenance is what it is, mindset maintenance. So if you'll hit that subscribe button, and we will be here tomorrow at 6 a.m., but this is YouTube, so you can watch it whenever you want. So I will see you then tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a beautiful day. And remember, you get to choose how you show up. So however